Hey guys, welcome in and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are completely new, hello, I am sincerely Niko, and today we're going to be doing this makeup look right here. I want to come on camera and give you guys a little example of what's going on. We're going to be doing this glass foundation full coverage ordeal where it looks like skin, it is skin, but baby, it's glowy skin that ain't gonna move or budge anywhere. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, definitely continue to keep on watching this video. Also within this video, we're gonna talk about some amazing things about pride. So I'm gonna give you guys a little spiel of what pride means to me, how I discovered pride, my personal pride, and some who are some influential people that are LGBTQIA members, and you should know about them and the things they have done as far as work goes. So if you guys are interested in a 2-for-1 makeup and LGBT history moment, then definitely keep on watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, be a part of the Extra Squad. We get lit here. On this side, we get lit here. And let's go ahead and jump right on into this video.
You used to call me on mine. You used to. Yeah.
I went ahead and prepped and primed my skin. I did use the Milk Makeup Moisturizer to hydrate the face. I went in with an oil from Smashbox, the priming oil, and also the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip just to get the skin to be supple and ready for makeup applications. I also did my brows off camera to save some time and also conceal them. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the base and the topic of discussion for today's video. So, what is pride? Pride as a verb could be something you could be proud of. And pride as a noun is taking the ownership of completing or doing something and showing it off. Like, I'm just so prideful of my work. Us as LGBTQIA members, pride could be summed up by showing self-affirmation, dignity, equality, love, self-love amongst the LGBTQIA community as a social group. That might be a loose term definition of pride, but pride has their own identification within each person. Self-identification within each person. So pride to me is just giving self-affirmation and self-love not only to myself, but people who look like me or act like me, dress like me, talk like me, walk like me, and live their life like me or like me adjacent. That's what pride means to me. So I'm going in with the Minted Cosmetics Foundation Stick. Shameless plug, if you guys want to purchase anything from Minted Cosmetics, my code, which will be linked down below or also on the screen, which is X0Niko, will save you guys 10% in all donations made from this video, and the whole month of June will be donated to Black AIDS Institute. So, as I was saying, pride could have different identities among individuals. And to me, pride is just having self-love, not only to yourself, but to others. And having just an awareness of how fucking amazing you are as a human being. Because being gay or being in the LGBT community is difficult. Like, it's easy to be straight. It's easy to be straight. And if you guys are out there and you are straight, don't take this as a personal dig, but it's easy to be straight. But it's harder to be LGBT. It's way harder. Because if I had to compare this to something, it's easier to be white in today's America versus black. And that's very much similarity adjacent, if you get what I'm saying, as far as it's easy to be straight in today's society as being LGBT in today's society. With our rights being constantly taken, changed, altered, manipulated, questioned, given, taken, placed on hold, asking to speak to the manager multiple times. at the end of the day, we're all still human. We just choose to love someone completely different, or choose to live with someone for the rest of our life completely different than what the society norms say is correct. And that's something that we need to knock down the barriers. Not only we have to knock down systematic racism and systemic racism, of course, as well too. We need to knock down homophobia and transphobia in today's society as well too, because it's just freaking ridiculous how you guys govern and police people based off of their skin tone and their sexual orientation. Is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Pushing along with this video, what is Pride and who started Pride? I want to talk about this wonderful, beautiful young lady by the name of Marsha P. Johnson. Marsha P. Johnson was the girl who shook the world at Stonewall in New York. Stonewall just recently came up, well, the event, Stonewall event, recently just came up on its 50th anniversary. And of course, you know, we all celebrate it, but Marsha P. Johnson it was before my time. It was before who I became a person in this society. So I'm just going to clearly classify her to me and my understanding that she was very much gender fluid. And I am calling her she because some magazines and some articles labeled her as a drag queen or drag performer, but to me, I feel that Marsha P. Johnson was transgendered or going in with the Milk Makeup Blur Foundation, and I like to take this on top of the cream because it gives me full coverage where I need it, because you know we full coverage over here. To me, Marsha was very much trans fluid. So that's what I'm going to label her as, trans fluid. Being a drag queen is okay. I'm not against being a drag queen, but I feel Marsha was more than just a drag queen. She lived her life more than just being in drag. So I feel like I need to give her a great, better, proper identity. And I feel like trans fluid is the best I can identify her, because I don't know how she lived her life or what she did in her private life. But Marsha P. Johnson was the first bitch to throw the brick.
Let's roll, friends!
She might not have been the first person. There might have been some other people throwing bricks prior to her, but she was the first to throw the verbal brick that transpired to what you guys see today as protests. She started it all in 1969 for gay rights. Now, there has been riots and there has been protests prior to all of that, but for this month and the things that are being said for Black trans lives matter and Black LGBTQIA lives matter, Marsha P. Johnson needs to be spoken, especially during this month, because she was the one that really was vocalized about gay rights back in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, when no one really gives a shit about us or what we do or how we live our life at that period of time.
This shit getting out of hand!
I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Chestnut Concealer and conceal here, and here first. And then we're gonna go in with another concealer to brighten, to really, really brighten. And I'm gonna use a beauty blender to blend that out. But for real though, Marsha literally set the trend for what we do today with gay rights. She spoke out about the injustice of gay rights. She spoke about the inequalities of gay rights and was thrown into jail multiple times, sent to prison multiple times, just because she wanted to express that she don't love the same person that a straight person would love. She loves differently. She views lives differently. She sees things differently. And society shouldn't put a cap or a top on how she should feel or love in general. So I definitely want to give a great moment and a great shout out to Marsha P. Johnson. And I don't want to forget Sylvia, but I definitely want to give a shout out to Marsha, because Marsha definitely plays a huge role in part in Black gay queer history, and we cannot definitely forget about her, especially in this time of need. So progressing forward, in 1970, the same day, June 28, 1970, Gay Liberation Front created a Pride March, or Pride, how can I say, parade, to honor the fact that they literally struck a chord with society. And forever on then, that day has been celebrated on Christopher Street in New York. So a person I definitely want to give so there are some people that I definitely want to give an extra little shout out to, even though I don't have to. I definitely want to kind of give some information. The first person I want to, but before I do so, I'm going to go in with this concealer. This is from Milani. This is the Conceal Perfect Concealer in shade 165. And this is going to be my brightening shade. The person that I want to first give a shout out to is Rodney Wilson. In 1994, this Missouri high school teacher created Pride Month and chose it to be around the month of October. Now, I know the comment section might be shaking a little bit, it might be a little bit of quaking. Because people are wondering why October. Well, October 11th is National Come Out Day, and it also marks the same time as the Gay and Lesbian March on Washington. So, it was a perfect fitting for October to be Pride Month in 1994, because there were so many Pride events and Pride adjacent events was going on to push our people forward in a positive direction. So Rodney Wilson created Pride Awareness Month, if you kind of get what I'm saying. And it's also had been adapted here in Atlanta that October is also Pride Month as well too. So tradition is carrying on here in Atlanta for Pride Month. So if you guys are ever in this area and you guys want to participate with Atlanta LGBTQIA members, check out us for Pride during October and see some of the cool and fun events, like going to the aquarium and drinking with the fishes. Let's get lit with Free Willy. But Rodney Wilson did that back in 1994. Progressing forward, William Clinton, in 1999 declared June as like this gay and lesbian Pride Month to commemorate Stonewall. So Bill Clinton decided to give some type of dedication to Stonewall in his administration between 1999 and 2000, and that's pretty much where Pride kind of started to be more or less in June for the commemoration and the memory of Stonewall. Keep in mind, it wasn't officially established or solidified in stone that June was Pride Month when Bill Clinton declared that particular month in his administration between 1999 and 2000, June, as Pride or Gay and Lesbian Awareness Month. It was an awareness. But in 2011, the Barack Obama, declared June to be Pride Month. And then in 2009, Barack Obama declared June to be the official Pride Month. So every month after that, every June has been Pride for all of us, according to Barack Obama. And it will stay that way, honey. We blend this out before it gets stuck in this. Face is coming out. Hey, face coming out. Hey. So I pretty much gave some good herstory today. I think I did really good on my herstory. If I have forgot anything, then definitely leave it in the comment section down below so we can be able to have this talk, this discussion, this moment to keep this conversation going, because we can't let it die down no time soon, honey, no time soon. So as I am contouring, I do want to talk about some great influential LGBT members who have dedicated great contributions to life that we all to this day love and celebrate. So I want to start off with literacy or literature. I can't talk. I want to start off with literature. So the first person I want to talk about that are influential LGBT people is from the Black Renaissance moment, and that is Zora Neale Hurston and Langston Hughes. Those two people literally shape how literature is viewed in a Black perspective, and both of them were part of the LGBT community. We know Langston Hughes for his infamous "A Raisin in the Sun." Does it fester or does it run? I think I quoted it right. If I didn't quote it right, but I know Langston Hughes wrote "A Raisin in the Sun," which later was adapted to a play. And then another person that I want to talk about that is also amazing and great literary style is Alice Walker. Now, y'all might not know Alice Walker like some people do, but y'all may know the rendition of what Oprah did and made her book into a movie, which is called Color Purple. Another writer I want to talk about that is current to this day, that is still out here fighting in the trenches, especially for our trans sisters and brothers, is Janet Mott. She is one of the main writers for the TV show called Pose. You definitely guys need to check it out. It is on Netflix. All seasons are on Netflix. Please check it out. Trans visibility needs to be shown on basic cable, and y'all are doing it. And then another person I want to talk about is Patrick Ian Polk. He is another great screenwriter. He wrote my favorite TV show, which is Noah's Ark, and Noah's Ark the movie. And then he also did The Skinny, which is another one of my favorite movies as well too, written by him. And I think that his writing style and his vision for Black gay queer culture on silver screen is amazing. Moving on into pop culture, I want to give a special shout out to RuPaul, Call Me Mother, for really capitalizing on drag culture, of course, in our society, but nevertheless bringing drag culture to pop culture. Ru has been doing the damn thing for years, had multiple different TV shows, appeared on multiple different TV shows. Another person I want to talk about in pop culture, which is more or less on the music side, is Sylvester. We're going back in the day. Sylvester, which progressed to Frank Ocean, which progressed to Lil Nas X. Those three gentlemen, or gentlemen alike gender fluid, because Sylvester was very gender fluid, those three people definitely shaped the way we see and hear music in each era. And the last couple of people I want to talk about are some comedians, or some of my favorite comedians or actresses that are of LGBT community that really kind of fits into multiple different realm or multiple different boxes. And the first one is actor slash comedian Wanda Sykes, actor slash songwriter slash comedian Queen Latifah, actor slash songwriter The Brat, actor slash songwriter slash comedian Raven Simone. Those are some of the people that I like. There's more than what I've mentioned. Trust me, there's more than what I mentioned, and I really can't think of everyone off the top of my head, so to speak, but we get the gist. So I'm taking this Micro Smooth powder from Sephora in shade 56, deep mahogany, deep mahogany, and I'm just setting all of my highlighted areas before I go in. So for blush today, I'm gonna go in with my favorite blush. This is from Black Up. This is in the shade number 9. It's one of my favorite clay tone blushes. Period poo. So blushed on. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use another great influential LGBT person out here. His name is Kevin Aquan. May he rest in peace. Kevin Aquan was an amazing makeup artist back in the early 2000s, 1999, 2000 era. He revolutionized the whole sculpting, the highlighting, contouring before Mario, Kim K's makeup artist, capitalized off of it. Let's be clear. Let's tell the truth. Kevin Aquan was there first before Mario, but Mario got it, got popularized because of social media. So I'm using his balm. This is the Glass Glow Face Illuminator Glass Glow Face. I'm just gonna say Glass Glow Face. I don't even know what this is. It's in French. It is in the shade Bronze Spectrum, and it's supposed to give like this wet, illuminating look. And I'm just tapping it on with a brush and blending it out, being very careful because I do have powder products on in these areas. I'm gonna take my ring finger and just kind of blend even more. Because I don't want like a powdery highlight. I want like that wet, dewy illumination, and this is what I have been doing lately. So for my lip combination, I went in with the Linktr.ee Cosmetics. This is in the shade called Hot Date. Again, you guys can save 10% if you guys use my code, and also help donate to Black AIDS Institute if you guys choose to do so by using my code. Save some money and donate at the same time for a good cause. But I went in with the Linktr.ee Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Hot Date. Then I slid over to ColourPop, and I used the shade Quickie from the Shayla X ColourPop collaboration. And then I topped her off with a gloss, and that gloss is from Lunar Beauty. It's in the shade called Enchantment. It's like a pinky purple iridescent clear gloss that I love to put on top of all of my colors, of course. I don't discriminate. I just slap this gloss on everything. But that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial of full coverage glowy makeup that has great long wear. Great long wear, honey. Trust me, great long wear. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, and I'm gonna finish eating my tacos, and I will see you guys on the next video, right? Right. Peace. Bye.
Yeah, I like it. That can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city,